John Kerr appeared out of the Boulevard Club when he sailed in the Soling with the Abbots from Sarnia in the 1972 Canadian Olympic trials. Fortunately, we were able to steal Kerr for the Royal Canadian Yacht Club, and I've had to put up with him ever since. Dennis Taves suggested to Hans that the young Kerr should help run the sail-off. I had the great honor of having Kerr and Toes crew for me in the Soling, competing in the 1976 Kingston Olympic trials. I can remember the first race. I was a dinghy sailor. I get to the weather mark, and I say to Kerr and Toes, I call them Toes, Taves, what the hell do I do if I broach? So Kerr put up the spinnaker, we broached, I fell right down into the leeward scuppers, and Kerr said, you handled that very well. So anyway, for 1980, I just lost it a bit because Thomas has got me. For 1980, the Olympics, Hans asked Kerr to crew with him in the Soling, but Canada ridiculously boycotted the Moscow Olympic for political reasons. As Larry said, for the attack of Afghanistan, and the Americans have been there doing what? And we boycotted. Kerr has moved on to his journalistic career and owns and runs Canadian Yachting and several other trade publications, and has served on many Sail Canada committees over the years. Kerr, you've given an awful lot back to our sport. Thank you very much. Would you please come and get your plaque?
You guys have heard enough from me today, so I'm going to keep it really short, but it's pretty humbling to look around this room and see everybody that's here. But I think if the truth be known, and Andreas mentioned it, he mentioned Dave Miller and Paul Cote and John Eccles, and those guys set our bar. And it was amazing for us to celebrate that win in '72 for them. And then having Andreas and Sandy and Glenn duking it out internationally for all those years gave us the foundation, gave Canada the depth in a sport that made us all really, really, really good. And thanks, guys, because it was a hell of a ride competing with you. And Dave and John and Paul, thank you for your inspiration very much. I need to thank Dennis Taves. He found me that day and got me onto Hansy's boat, and the rest is history. And Hans and I had a great career sailing together from 1973 right through to 2005, I think it was. I also need to acknowledge Bruce Kirby. I was to sail with Bruce Kirby originally on a Tempest in Halifax, and Margot got sick, his wife, and Kirby did all he could to get me a ride with the Abbott family, and I can't thank him enough for that opportunity. Hal, my sailing career has been so diverse, I've even had a chance to sail with Henderson, so it's all good. But on behalf of the '72 team that's here, I just want to acknowledge Pat Healy, because he's here with us today. He was our coach. He gave us everything and every bit of support he could. He did a hell of a job. I can't say enough about Hansy. I really miss him. I can't say enough about Steve. I really love the guy. One of my bestest friends in the whole world. And it takes a team of unique strengths. And sailing with Steve was a dream. Sailing with Hansy was a dream. And I just can't thank them for all they did on our campaigns together, and all their help and coaching and trying to teach me how to read the mainsail, which I wasn't very good at. Anyway. But I also want to close by just saying I need to thank Kirsten Foe. Because without her, as our glue, and our head cheerleader, I might add, I can assure you much of what we accomplished wouldn't happen. So thank you very much for this today. I'm really honored to be here with all of you. Cheers.